Hello students, I Deepika Rani, Assistant Professor Botany, Department of Higher Education, Haryana. Today we will discuss on the topic fossil gymnosperms. And first type study what we gonna discuss about is Lysinoteris. First of all we will see the systematic position of Lysinoteris. It belongs to division Cycadophyta, class Pteridospermopsida, order Lysinoteridaceae, family Lysinoteridaceae, and genus is Lysinoteris. Then moving on to its introduction part. The plant was first described by scientist Binney in 1866 under the name Dadoxylon oldhamium. Here I have mentioned this name in italics. As all of you know, as per the rule, you have to write generic and species name in either in italics format or you have to underline it. Then later on, Williamson in 1875 gave its name as Lysinodendraon oldhamia. And after all, Pottoni in 1898 renamed the genus as Lysinoteris. First of all, we will see how the stem of this fossil plant was. Stem is aerial, long, slender and branched. Stem has spirally arranged fronds. Fronds here denotes the term used for leaves. And stem is about 2 mm to 4 cm in diameter, and there is presence of glandular spines on the stem part. Here in the diagram you can have a look at reconstruction of this fossil plant, where you can see the stem, root in the left hand side diagram, and at right hand side diagram a single frond is magnified of the species Lysinoteris oldhamia. Then we will see anatomical features of stem of Lysinoteris. It has monostelic structure. There is presence of large parenchymatous pith with irregular patches of dark sclerotic tissue. Primary xylem is basically consist of 5 to 9 collateral vascular bundles, and in case of secondary xylem they have pitted tracheids and medullary rays. Opposite the primary xylem there are group of primary phloem, and beyond this a layer of pericycle is also present. Cortex is basically made up of sclerenchymatous tissue, and at the end collateral leaf traces bundles are also present in pericycle region. Here is in this transfer section of stem the you can see the various anatomical features. They have shown primary xylem, pith, leaf traces, cortex, periderm, secondary wood and sclerotic tissue also. Then what kind of leaves are there? Spinoteris, it was the name given for a leaflet, and petioles were named as Rhacioteris aspera. Leaflet has epidermis, hypodermis, and palisade parenchyma towards the upper surface. Mesophyll tissue is spongy towards lower surface. Phloem is completely surrounds the xylem, and vascular bundles are collateral, as we have mentioned in previous point, and they are enclosed in a sheath. There are traces of stomata on lower surface, and the leaflet have typical xerophytic characters. Then what kind of root structure of Lysinotedis? We will see. It has a distinct name, caloxylon hookerii. Diameter of root is about 5 mm, and vascular bundles are basically either dry arc or diarc. It means they have 3 vascular bundles or 2. Then 4 to 8 xylem groups which alternate with phloem are present in the root. Endodermis is present beyond the pericycle, and there are double peripheral layers of exodermis. Many layered parenchymatic cortex differentiated into outer and inner cortex is present in the root region, and secondary growth like other gymnosperms and dicotyledons we can see in this case. This is the diagram of transverse section of root showing arrangement of vascular bundles, your cortex, exodermis, endodermis, and position of primary and secondary xylem and phloem. Then seed. Williamson named the seeds as Lozanostoma lomaxi. Seed is pedicellate, that is, it having a pedicel. It is barrel shaped, and in size it is about 5.5 mm in length and 4.25 mm in diameter. It is enclosed in outer husk or cupule. This cupule is studded with capitate glands. That is, it has some beaded like capitate glands. Pedicel twirs by a single concentric and mesarc vascular bundles which give rise to 9 to 10 bundles. This arrangement we will see in the diagram on coming slide. Cupular bundles are branched, collateral and mesarc. Here in the diagram you can see the structure of seed and longitudinal section of a ovule. The ovule is typical orthotropous type and cycadian type. It is having single integument and attached to this it is attached to the nucellus except apical region. Integuments expands towards the micropyle forming a 9-chambered canopy. A canopy may represent water storage for pollination by drop mechanism. Means it is showing the kind of a strategy which they have obtained for carrying out drop mechanism. Free apex of the nucellus forms the pollen chamber, and this chamber is known as Lozanostome. Then what kind of microsporangia were there? They discovered under the name as Crossotheca by the scientist Kidson. Microsporangia born on the ultimate branches of fronds. They are peripheral, as you can see in the diagram on the right hand side, pendant and elongated, 3 mm long, and they are bilocular. Microspores are generally 50 to 70 mm in size, and the pollen grains are multicellular, and there is absence of pollen tube. Thank you. Thank you very much.